Beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. We are here today to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, a little RHOA again. I'm late. Y'all know me. I'm sorry. Y'all, for real, I'm going backwards in my YouTube thing. I'm actually losing a few subscribers. It's not funny because it really does affect me. When I see it, I'd be like, son of a bitch. But I mean, there's nothing I could do about it, y'all. I really do work hard, as I'm sure so many others do, and all of you do. So I just be tired. And that is why I am. Listen, I'm tired of giving excuses. I'm tired of explaining. It's fine. I wish I could be like those YouTubers who be like, listen, I don't care. You can come, you can stay, you can go, you can do whatever. I don't care. Y'all know it's some rude YouTubers like that who act like they just don't care, but they do. Let them fall below 1,000 and let them keep falling from three something and it just keeps going. I'm not gonna come here and be like, oh my god, I don't care if you guys leave. You know what? I was done with you anyway. Bye. No, I want you guys to stay. Come on, let's stay. Let's get some more people, okay? So if you are new here, what a way to be introduced by me saying I'm losing subbies because of my inconsistency, but we're here, okay? Thank you for being here. If you are new, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get ready with the show. So we'll just start off with the fact that we're talking to Sonya. And you guys, I think I watched her show. I think she had a show on like and I feel like I watched it, but I can't remember what the drama was. I want to say the drama with the show was something with her and her husband, but I do remember her mom being her manager, her sister being there, and there was just a lot of arguing and stuff. Wasn't bad. I don't remember it, but I do remember that I watched it. I remember these people. And yeah, her sister looks just like her. They all live in the house, 9 of them. And she wants her sister there because she's her hairstylist. She loves her family. I'm obsessed with my family too. So I could definitely live in the house with all of them. I'm not even kidding. As long as we have our own wings, something like that. Like you stay in that wing, I'll stay in this wing. But yeah, she also said that they help her out with her son. So I'm like, yeah, she got live-in babysitters. I see you. But yeah, so she got a pot set, or her mom got a new pot set or whatever. Very nice. She was excited. I understand. I get excited about kitchen things as well. And yeah, 9 of them in the house. Did I say that already? You guys, before I go on, I'm sorry. I have to say that I hope everyone had a beautiful Mother's Day. I hope everyone enjoyed, was pampered, was spoiled, and everything because as moms, we deserve it. And yes, guys, on Father's Day, I'll say the same. You guys deserve it as well. But yeah, happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day. I hope everyone enjoyed. Yep, you guys, it's coming back to me. It wasn't her and the husband, I don't think, with all the arguments. It was her and her mom because her mom just like flew off the hand. Like she was pissed off about this patty conversation and just stopped talking to me about the patties. And I think it's funny that the girl, the runner, sorry, I can't remember her name. Whatever. She only talks with the Jamaican accent when she's talking to her mom and dad or whatever, like most of the time. So it's like, is she mocking them as well? Like, you know how I would want to talk like her mom right now. Like I would want to be like, oh my god, let's not talk about the pates no more. Like, and when she talks to her, she's talking to her like that. So, but she doesn't really have the accent anymore. I know they can go in and out. I get it. But I don't know, just weird. But her sister didn't do it. Her sister was just like, well, mom, then don't buy no more patties. Like, it's fine. She didn't go in and out of the accent. But yeah, I do remember now. It was the mama that was the firecracker on that show. So yeah, they had this whole patty issue with who's eating what patties or whatever. And okay, let's move on. Yeah, I like her sister. She asked her sister about being in Atlanta, and she's like, "Well, it's just weird coming from my own house to coming here or whatever." And the mom is like, "It's not just weird for you; it's weird for all of us." She's like, "Mom, she asked me. She ain't asked you." Like, she got to be the younger sister because it's always the youngest that speaks up, and they're not afraid to hurt the parents' feelings and all that. So yeah, mom is a mess, and that was the issue. It was mom. Because she started just flying off the handle about the patties, but she was also saying like, I don't want nobody telling me what to do or questioning me. Don't ask me nothing. It was a whole thing. All right, now we get to the chateau, Sheree's chateau, and she's there with her mama Thelma, and her mom is cute. She seems like a sweet woman. She's like, does she eat sweets? Can Sheree is like, she probably don't eat nothing. She's so skinny. But y'all remember they was saying that the house was in the mom's name or whatever. Interesting that she lives there as well. Did she live with Sheree before? It's okay, none of our business. But the charade, I mean the chateau, you cannot front on at all. So Kenya's coming over. She comes looking super cute. She touches the dog right away. Tell me, hello, puppy. And Sheree is like, how you know you're a puppy? That's a big ass dog. And I'm not a dog person. So yeah, I'd have been like, put your dog away, please. All right, so now we head down to the infamous basement, and King is like, "Yeah, let's go down to the basement. I been down here one time." And then Sheree's in the confessional, like, "Yeah, Kenya went in my basement when the bitch went creeping around when it was undone, baby. It's not undone now. When I tell you this basement is everything, like Kenya said, it's like a whole nother house. Did Kenya say that, or did It's Rock say that?" Y'all, I try to give everybody listen, y'all know I listen to reviewers. YouTube is my thing. I'm obsessed with it as well. Like, I watch YouTubers. But somebody said it's like another house. I gotta finish watching this. Maybe Kenya said it. Or It's Rocks. If you don't watch It's Rocks, you are missing out. But yeah, it's like a whole little apartment down, like it's everything. And the most genuine thing I heard Kenya say is when she said, listen, I can't hate on it at all. And I'm like, what? Kenya can't hate? Yeah, no shade, no nothing. The place is beautiful. Okay, so we're now talking about the gala, and Kenya says she put on her heels for that. Sheree's like, yeah, I could have wore my joggers there. And y'all, Sheree knows she be clowning some stuff on the back end, but she didn't tell Marlo that, did she? When she was running over there telling everything else, she showed it and say, listen, this shit is dry. I could have wore my joggers here, Marlo. But she, again, carrying the bone, like, oh, she had some things to say about you too. She said that, you had those white refrigerator and everything, and then they showed it was 9 years ago. And no, 9 years ago it still wasn't in, but like Kenya said, well, at least I could pay my rent. I mean, I don't know if Marlo could or couldn't pay her rent. I'm assuming she could. But I mean, like Kenya said, all the pretentious stuff from Marlo is just so much. And I feel like, yeah, I think I said it before. I go into this love hate thing with Marlo where sometimes she cracks me up. And other times I feel like she's doing too much, she's going too far. And I feel like this season, she's going to go too far and do too much because she's really trying to keep her peach or whatever. And it becomes not entertaining. It just becomes like shitty. And like, I just don't want to watch this train wreck. But, like I said, she's telling her all the stuff that Marlo said, and she's doing exactly what on one of these interviews she said she didn't do it anymore. Oh, I don't carry the bone anymore. But yes, you do. But she also told Kenya that she likes this Kenya. She looks happy. She's like, I almost love you. And yeah, that's pretty cool because yeah, they didn't have they were kind of off and on. When they first met, it didn't work out. When she came to the house, it didn't work out. But I do remember them getting along ever so often, like kind of off and on. All right, so then Sheree, being messy as usual, she calls Sonya and she's like, oh, hey, Sonya. I'm like, is it Sonya or is it Sonya? But she FaceTimes and she's like, yeah, didn't Marlo have a lot to say? It's so interesting that now she's going back to the other person and telling what Marlo said. And she's getting Sonya involved. And Sonya, listen, she's doing a lot too with that. I didn't like that whole going back to Marlo saying that stuff either. But if she hanging around with Sheree, that's what she's going to be doing. But yeah, so they're talking about what happened, and King is like, I don't even know Lisa Ray like that. So they show a picture, and yeah, they didn't look like close friends where she would be borrowing her Range Rover or anything. And then she said she got to power wash her house. She's like, should I do? It's white. So yeah, she took it in stride, I think. She said she do have love for Marlo, and Sheree said Marlo said the same thing. And I'm like, well, look at how these girls love each other. I hope no one loves me like that. Like, it's too much. And it's so funny because as they're going back and forth and being catty, Sonya's just like, all right, talk to you guys later, bye. Unless it was editing. But she got the hell up out of there because these girls will go on forever. All right, so then Sheree tells Kenya that Drew left her phone because Kenya was saying how Marlo was just clowning Drew about her bun, but you just had surgery on your edges. Like, make it make sense. You're a chia pet. Like, you just definitely had Bosley surgery and you still wear wigs and lace fronts. Come on. And then you talking about a bun? Like, really? But anyway, so Sheree is like, yeah, she left her phone, and Kenya's like, did you see it? Like, did she have her assistant came and got it? Like, it's fine. And she says, oh, speaking of assistants, Kandi told me that you all share an assistant. And then we get back to where Kandi is talking to Drew, and Drew is telling her that the assistant is telling all of Sheree's business, and she's uncomfortable. And Kandi definitely said, well, then you're gonna have to tell Sheree. She definitely said that. Yeah, so even when they get off the phone, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call Sheree," because Candy's like, "Yeah, you gotta call Sheree and let her know." I'm gonna call Sheree. Apparently, she never called Sheree, or at least she didn't call her before Kenya got to her. I don't think she was ever gonna call Sheree, but Kenya's letting her know that yeah, he said that you owe him money, so he's telling her all your business. And Sheree got that whole "Who gonna check me, boo?" look, like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down." And I actually cannot wait because Drew and her husband. I don't want to call them trash, y'all. That's my thing to call people trash. It's not nice, but yeah, they're. I just did not want to see them back. I really didn't, especially Drew. Like I just think she's batty. Like she's a space cadet, and her husband is no better. All right, now we're with Drew and her husband. And they have a chef. She cooked something. I think she said garlic mashed potatoes. He had a fit. Oh my God, mash. I mean, garlic, garlic. She's like, it's real mild. Shut the fuck up. She didn't say that, but she wanted to. But yeah, so they talk about the assistant again, and he tells Drew, I fired her. And he said it like he was just now announcing it. And I'm like, I could have sworn in the last episode she said he fired her. So why are you saying it like you just fired her and Drew didn't know? You we know. We heard you fired her, but they do this going back and forth stuff, y'all. I'm just not about it. Like I'm not enthused by it. I don't care. Ah, I'm not cutting that out. Yeah, I'm not. Sorry. All right, y'all. So I'm watching it again as we go on, and I'm just not convinced for real. This is BS. I call BS because if you go back and look at it, when they're having this conversation about her being a 50-year-old woman, Drew is kind of smiling, and she's like, "What does that mean?" He's kind of smiling and smirking. They're not even great actors, so I just want them off the show. I do. They irritate me, and we have more of them coming up later, but. Can I just get them over with right now? Yeah. He's going to end up taking her to do this whole dinner or whatever. She's going to want to keep talking about this assistant. He's going to get pissed off saying, I don't, can I do this, you guys? Or no? Is that rude that I'm just skipping past them? Are y'all mad about that? Okay. No, I'm just going to do it the way I normally do it, but I'm so irritated with these people. So Drew goes on and talk about how he makes her think she's crazy, and he says things and then say he didn't say them, and she's like trying to figure out if she's crazy or not. And she's like, people say he gaslights me. And the producer's like, do you know what gaslighting means? And she's like, let me look it up. I have a hard time believing she has never looked up the term gaslighting. If somebody keeps telling you, oh, he's gaslighting you, and she actually said it to a T, like that's exactly what gaslighting is. And I think it was in the last review or on another review somewhere, I was saying how all these young people now use the term gaslighting. Like it's very old now, and a lot of people use it out of context or whatever. Youngsters, they just use it as in like he's lying, this and that. Lying is not gaslighting. I'm sorry. So the term comes from an actual super old movie. I didn't see it, but I know where it comes from. Where the husband was trying to make the wife think she was crazy. So he kept like leaving the gas on and making her think she left the gas on. Oh my God, you left the gas on again. She's like, no, I could have sworn I turned it off. Like he was definitely gaslighting her. So because he was trying to make her think she was crazy with the gas, that's kind of where the term comes from. But yeah, she said it to a T in terms of, oh my God, he says Jules is just a liar, you guys. I'm sorry. She's a liar and she's full of crap. And it just be a waste of time even talking about them. I hate looking at them. All right, I'm gonna be nicer. So he tells her he still talks to the girl. So basically, why are you still talking to her? If she's not working for you anymore, what's the point? So he's like, okay, so you want me to stop talking to her altogether? And he's like, then tell me out your mouth. That's what you want me to do. And Drew's like, no, I don't want to do that because then you're gonna resent me. What are you talking about, girl? Tell him to stop talking to her. Tell him he should have stopped talking to her a long time ago. Listen, when I told you to fire her or be done with her, that means be done with her. Ain't no new friends coming around here. So, period. That's it. She's an idiot and they think we idiots, guys. Like y'all got to really watch their faces because they be trying not to laugh because the shit's ridiculous. Like there's no way this is even a real thing. For real, for real. So she gets up and he says that he already resents her for a lot of things, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's so much." Um, yeah, this man and told you that he's gonna choose his dreams over you. He's trying to get massages from people. Talking about she's 50 years old, which how offensive? Just because she's 50, like really? He's an idiot. She's an idiot, and again, I don't buy the whole thing. So whatever. Okay, so I think I missed this the first time, but we have some quickies with the ladies, and we see Marlo with her nephews getting a homecoming outfit, and they called it a baby prom, which was pretty cute. But she picks out this suit with some gym shoes, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's the end thing. You guys, my brother is a corporate guy, very classy. He had on a super cute suit for Mother's Day, and it pink shirt under, I think, like it was super cute, and he had on some Burberry gym shoes. Now listen, you can't hate because they're Burberry. Like his shit costs money, and their labels. Like he's a label whore. I call him that all the time. He probably would have a fit if he knew I was saying that on the podcast, but it's true. So it has to be something. So it's fine, And you know how some people are where it doesn't even matter if it's cute or not. You're just gonna be like, oh my God, are those Balenciagas? Yeah, those are cute. And really they're not cute. That's how I used to be like when my baby was little and I would buy her things or whatever. I would be like, oh my God, that's not really cute, but it's Guess. So, and yeah, I'm telling my age because yeah, Guess. But yeah, so she got him some, nice little suit and some gym shoes. Then we see Kenya having a tea party with Brooklyn. So cute. Brooklyn said they're gonna have some chocolate tea, and Kenya said that's the best. Then we see Sheree, and apparently her daughter does a podcast about sex, and it's so funny because she told Sheree don't listen, and yeah, I'm able to do all my cursing and everything because my mom told me she no longer listens because I curse. And I was trying not to really curse because I knew she listened. But the grandma was like, listen, I'm not going to listen because apparently she talks about sex and I'm here for it. So I've never heard it, of course, never even heard of it. But listen, I'm all about people starting their podcast, start your YouTube channel, do a vlog. I'm all into vlogs. Like, listen, if you're doing something, I want to see because I'm very nosy. All right, back to the show, y'all. All right, let's talk about Candy's section real quick. And I'm going off of memory because I don't want to watch it again. I want to fast forward it right now. But she's a producer of a Broadway play, Thoughts of a Colored Man. And apparently it's just her and not Todd. So she's telling him she needs him to kind of step up and help a little bit more. And I'm like, according to his Instagram, Todd is always helping. Todd is Mr. Mom for real, for real. But it's none of my business. So they end up going out to the pool section. Oh, well, she's talking about how he has so many vacations. And he's like, dude, you're gone for months at a time. And she's like, yeah, but I'm working. And you're taking like mini vacations for real. You're about to go to Miami. What are you going for? "Oh, I'm going to hang out." Okay, but you guys, I don't know. I feel like Todd deserves it. He's always with the kids. But again, I'm not in their relationship, so I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure they have nannies, but Todd always posting pictures with the kids like he's always doing stuff. I don't know. But and if he needs a break, he needs a break. If you gone for months at a time and he got the kids for months at a time, why can't he take a break? If you trust him and you don't think he's doing anything, then go for a few days or a week or whatever. I don't know. But again, I am not married. So um so then they go look at this pool that they're redoing. So Todd said he's trying to, liven it up, make it a little more hip or whatever. So they have furniture all at the bottom of the pool, but now they're ready to take it out and see what's going on. And in that, they start talking about, he's like, well, I can take some of this stuff to the condo in, I think, Jersey. And she's like, you care more about that place in Jersey than you do this place or whatever. And he's like, what are you talking about? And so basically, what we get out of it is Todd had a girlfriend. They got a place together, a condo together. So stupid. First of all, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it, but so stupid. But they got a condo together. I guess she couldn't keep up on it. His name was on it. So instead of losing it and something, happening with his credit or whatever, he just took it over and paid it off. Boom, it's his. So Kandi is not happy about that place. She doesn't want it. She don't want her name on it because it was with him and an ex. So okay, fine. Even though he's like, listen, I moved into this house and you had all kinds of men. I'm like, how rude, Todd. He's like, you had all kinds of men in here and didn't even flip the mattress. That's pretty shitty to say on TV. Like, I'm sorry, it is. They already say that Kandi is out there. Did Jermaine Dupri and his dad and so many others. So next time, Todd is just gonna have to watch his mouth. Like, listen, you gotta watch how you wording things. I know it's comedy and all that, but some people really view her in a way. But he says that she's like, my name ain't on that house or that condo. He's like, my name ain't on this house. So we learn a few things, and yeah, not much to see here. Let's move on. All right, so Marlo goes see Kandi, and Kandi is all dressed up for Halloween or whatever. But they sit down, and Candy's like, yeah, I know those two came and told you a bunch of things or whatever that we had to say. She's like, the only thing I had to say was, dang, how she pay for all this? Y'all don't like people who pocket watch, who be all in people's pockets. I don't like that at all. So, Kandi, you got money. Listen, just worry about you and your money. Why do you care so much about how Marlo gets her money? I know that's the thing with her, but I feel like people let it go. Listen, we don't care. She buys some designer brands or whatever. I'm not in love with the way Marlo dresses. I'm sorry. I know everybody's like, oh my God, she's the best. She dressed so well. It'd be all right. Like, and some of the stuff be a miss for me. But yeah, I just don't understand why Kandi is so bothered. Then they show how 10 years ago, Kandi kept was saying the same thing. How do you get your money? Who asked that? First of all. And yeah, I don't know, just inappropriate. Marlo says, listen, tell them that I'm a dancer in Magic City and I give private dancers. And Kandi is just cracking up. I'm like, it's really not that funny. But I think it's an uncomfortable laugh. And so Marlo's like, listen, I got it, bitch. Just tell him I got it. And she's like, and Uncle Sam, she pays her taxes. Uncle Sam gets his portion too. And I'm like, good girl. So then we start talking about the kids and how she is being a muntie. All right, so then Kandi is asking, like I said about being a Muncie. She's telling her that, listen, I think I created monsters because when they came in, I was just trying to give them everything, and I just paid $1,500 for a suit. And Candy's like, and I'm like, you talking to the wrong person if you're trying to impress her with your money, ma'am. But Candy's like, listen, we even touch on this in the play that black people always equate struggle to being black. Like, why do they have to struggle? And their friends are getting these things. They go to a school where their friends are, getting these things. So why do you feel bad about giving it to them? And I don't know. I just feel a way about her bringing this up and saying it. This is like the second time she said it. She said something in the first episode as well about them forgetting where they came from and all that. Girl, you forgot where you came from because all you talk about is what you have. Like, literally, that's all you talk about. So, okay, you're buying these youngsters things or whatever. So what? We all create monsters. You think my daughter's not a monster? Because she is. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, most of us spoil our kids if we can. Like, if you have it and you can do it, then yeah, you do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sorry, I have to agree with Kandi that I don't understand why black people think that their kids struggling is going to teach them more and, make them appreciate it more and all that. No, no, ma'am, and no, sir. If you have it, give it to them. And that's that. Like, period. My baby goes out and works like really hard for all her money because she likes nice things. She's used to having nice things. And when she gets married, her man is going to have to, I don't care if you call it, oh my gosh, she's high maintenance. Yeah. And if she's able to maintain herself, then a man should be able to maintain her as well. So I'm all with Kandi on this one. And I think hopefully this is not Marlo's storyline. Oh my God, I've spoiled these kids because who don't? We don't care. All right, so then Marlo starts talking about, or we learn, rather, let's just jump to that. We learn that Marlo used to date one of Candy's family members, god brother, something like that, or whatever. So she's been knowing her, and she's like, they were fine. I guess maybe it was just like a high bite thing. But when she came around the girls, Marlo started acting funky. So they show us how down the line Marlo is calling Candy a sugar mama and like she's taking care of men and all that stuff. So Marlo is like, you never talking about she wants Candy to help be her village or whatever. You don't ask us over, me and the boys or whatever. Girl, your boy's too big to be having play dates with her kids. Are you kidding me? Like, no thank you, Marlo. And Candy's just like, listen, Candy said some things in this little sit down, if y'all listen. Candy was like, listen, you gotta be the type of friend that you want. And I'm like, you better say a word. That's two words you just said, Candy. I don't think she said anything that profound or this profound in all of her seasons on the show. But to end things off with this scene or whatever, Marlo's like, oh, well, oh, because Candy's like, you don't invite me over either. Marlo's like, well, you can come tonight. No, pass. So Candy doesn't even say anything. She's just like, listen, I'm going to go take this stuff off. And they laugh it off and it's done. Yeah, it was a scene. That's pretty much it. It was a scene. All right, so we get this scene with Drew. Drop it like Drew or drop it with Drew. Something about dropping it and Drew, whatever. They did like two lunges or whatever, and then they were done because it started raining. And this is where he tells her to keep her schedule clear. He wants to do something for her. And he's like, listen, she's like, are we putting our issues on the back burner? And I'm sorry. Now, I do remember it was Rox that said, and it's true, she always wants to talk about the issues all the time. Like, that's all she talks about. And I get it. When you with a guy and he does so much stuff wrong, you just want to keep like teaching him. So you want to keep telling him and reminding him of the crap he does wrong. But it's irritating for us to see, especially because we don't believe it. But yeah, he's like, listen, if we don't like each other, then we're not going to have a good way to go. And I'm like, basically, he's telling you he don't even like you, ma'am. And she's all greasy. But yeah, so they could have kind of kept this. All right, now we got the husbands meeting up at Blaze. This is a little different, you guys. When do we start this? Like really checking in with the husbands. But they meet up at Blaze with Todd. And yeah, I don't know. It's just something about the way Ross talk. He's like, yeah, no, I'm 39. No, I'm 38. I'm like, you such a liar. You don't even know how old you are. Like, really. So we find out both of these guys are, well, Sonya's husband is 39. Ross says he's 38. And Sonya's husband talking about how he wants more kids. He's like, Kandi is mad busy. So how is it for you? And Todd is like the worst. And it's funny because I don't think these guys would actually really hang out together. I don't. Maybe Sonya's husband and Todd, but I don't think they would really deal with Ross because he's a goof troop. So I don't think anybody would really deal with Ross. So Ross told Todd about how they went and they did a competition with the two athletes, and he's like, really? Y'all did with two athletes? So we then get on to Ross, and Todd is like, listen, I heard about you and the assistant. All right, so I'm about to wrap it up because I'm at almost 30 minutes, you guys. So basically, they're talking. Ross is telling his thing, and he's just like, listen, everybody in Atlanta got a fat ass, and that's what wifey don't understand, and there's no massage therapist, and Todd's like, here you come with the bullshit. Like, I appreciated the fact that Todd was letting him know, listen, I'm not buying it. Just not buying it. And the text message he left, oh, I'm a guy. He's like, no, I was just saying, oh, no, I'm a man. And he's like, no, I said I'm a guy. Same thing. The meaning is the same. No, that's not what he meant. And I'm like, you sitting here with two men telling you that's what you meant. So what are you talking about? So then we get to him and Drew, and they have this dinner. She starts talking about the issues again or whatever, and the assistant, he ends up getting mad and telling her, I can't remember exactly the particulars of what he was saying to her, but it was rude, of course, and she was taking it, of course. And he just ends up saying, listen, I should never do anything nice for you. I should have never tried to do this. Can't do anything nice for you. And again, like Rock said, I feel like there's a time and a place for everything, and maybe she should have just let it go. But she couldn't let it go because you know why? It's her phony storyline for the show. So she feels like every time they're in a scene, they got to be talking about something salacious. Like it's got to be some drama, and she can't let it go. So yeah. that's it. That's basically it in a nutshell. And all right. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you very much. If you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches. If I missed something, sorry. All right. Smooches. Bye.